A small classroom. Mr. Harris, a wise, patient teacher in his late 50s, notices Ben, a 12-year-old student, slouched at his desk. Ben's math test has just been handed back, and he stares at his grade with a heavy heart. Ben was no stranger to self-doubt. He was a hard-working kid, but every time he faced a setback, he wondered if maybe he just didn't have what it took. Today's math test felt like yet another reminder that he wasn't enough. Mr. Harris, with a kind smile, pulls a chair up beside Ben, his voice calm and reassuring. "Mind if I sit here?" Mr. Harris spoke. "It doesn't matter. I tried, Mr. Harris. I studied every night, but maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Other kids make it look so easy." Mr. Harris thought back to his own days as a young boy, full of dreams yet shadowed by doubt. He placed a gentle hand on Ben's desk, his eyes softening as he shared a little bit of his past. "You know, Ben, I used to feel the same way. I always thought that if something didn't come easily, it just wasn't meant for me. But one day, someone shared something with me that changed my life." Mr. Harris reaches into his pocket, pulling out a small, rough rock, weathered and worn. "This rock here may not look like much, but inside, it hides something pretty special. I'd like to tell you a story about it, if that's okay." Ben looks up, curious and willing to listen. He nods slowly. "When I was about your age, I had a teacher who saw me struggling. He gave me a rock just like this one and told me it was a geode. I had no idea what a geode was, so he explained. It's a rock that looks plain on the outside, but if you open it, it can be full of crystals and color on the inside. But you don't get to see those gems without a lot of pressure, a lot of polishing, a lot of work. So, it's like the rock hides something amazing?" "Exactly. And the thing is, we're all a bit like this rock, Ben. We have these strengths inside, but they're hidden, buried under layers that only life's challenges can help bring out. That feeling of struggling, it's just part of the process." Ben rolls the geode between his fingers, his brow furrowing as he considers Mr. Harris's words. "But what if I keep failing? Doesn't that mean I'm not good enough?" "Failures don't mean you're not good enough. In fact, each time you try and fall short, you're polishing those layers, getting closer to revealing what's inside. You just have to believe it's there, even if you can't see it yet." Ben was silent, absorbing this new idea. For the first time, he felt that maybe his struggles didn't mean he was failing. They were shaping him. Mr. Harris leans forward, his tone encouraging yet firm. "Here's what I want you to do, Ben. Every time you feel like giving up, remember this geode. Remind yourself that your true potential is there, even if it's not visible right now. Keep pushing, because every challenge is helping to uncover those hidden strengths inside you." Ben's expression shifts, determination sparking in his eyes. He nods slowly, feeling a new sense of purpose. "Thanks, Mr. Harris. I guess I've never thought about it that way." Mr. Harris pats him on the shoulder and stands up, a proud smile on his face. "Remember, Ben, you're capable of more than you know. Just be patient with yourself and keep going." As Mr. Harris walks away, Ben stares down at the rock, his mind turning with newfound resolve. Days go by, and little by little, he approaches his work with renewed determination. Later in the semester, Ben has been putting in extra effort and steadily improving. He's still not perfect, but each time he feels doubt creep in, he remembers the rock and presses forward. With each day, Ben's confidence grew. He started to believe in himself a little more, not just because he wanted to succeed, but because he was learning that his true strength was in trying and persevering. Ben stands by Mr. Harris's desk, showing him his latest test. It's not a perfect score, but it's his best one yet. He beams with pride. "Look, Mr. Harris, I did it, and I didn't give up." Ben says Mr. Harris smiles warmly, nodding in approval. "I'm proud of you, Ben. See? The potential was there all along. You just had to keep digging."